crazy out there. They're trying to get away and not knowing where to go. They're behaving like it's the end of the world. The government has made it official. We're supposed to go to the coast. But the traffic? The only roads that are open are up into the highlands.
I suppose I'll have to deal with it. The only place in Tabar where you can get frostbite in the desert. I suppose I'll have to deal with this. I thought you were watching my back.
I got your amplifier.
Now, there's someone who understands profit. Screw those abs, huh? Here, I owe you that.
What else can you tell me about the desert?
It's a dusty place that wants to kill you. Get yourself east of here to the fort. That's the place for you.
I found the thief who stole my armor.
So you have recovered your equipment?
No, he had sold it on.
Then it seems that your ties to Zakar are being cut. You will have to use the equipment you can get from the Free People. Do you have anything else to report?
The changes in me are having other effects. I'm having visions.
What have you seen?
I'm not sure. I think they were visions from my past.
What have you learned from them?
Learned? Nothing. The visions have only given me more questions.
That may be so for now, but do not dismiss them. It may be that they have answers to offer you.
What is causing them?
I don't know for sure. There are many stories of Albs who have had visions as their bodies fought against ELEX withdrawal. They say that it was something similar that gave the hybrid his first visions, but who knows? All there is around the hybrid are stories, few facts. But perhaps these visions will help you to learn who you really are, now that Zakar has lost its power over you.
Perhaps.
That is good progress. But there are still some things to take care of. Come back when you have more to report.
The converter in southern Abessa has been shut down.
That is a blow struck against the hybrid. Whatever he needs the ELEX for, You just cut off one of his major supplies. I would expect Zakor is already planning a response. We will prepare for the Ice Palace's attack.
What about the other converters?
They are your business. You know how to deactivate them, and that each one shut down will weaken Zakor. We will prepare to hold their forces when they retaliate. I would say that ending the flow of ELEX into Zakor would be strategically beneficial, but you must decide that for yourself. That is good progress, but there are still some things to take care of. Come back when you have more to report.
I want to get my power back. The power I had as an alb.
Of course you do. You were once the most powerful field commander in Zakor. But as the ELEX is drained from your body, so is your power. You will have to find other ways to acquire strength. You cannot reverse that process now. You have changed, Jax. You must accept that change.
The free people face destruction at the hands of the Alps.
And they are now your only chance of survival. You must learn their skills and perfect them if you or they are to survive. I think your fate is now tied to theirs.
I came to enlist your help, not that of the free people.
And I am helping you. Now you must do your part.
What you mean is you don't trust me.
No, not enough to risk the survival of my people on that trust. Maybe that will change one day, but until then you must be satisfied with this alliance as it is.
The equipment I have found will have to do the job.
Yes, you have done well. Your preparation should have made you ready to take the next step. But what you have achieved so far will not make you strong enough to challenge Calyx.
You will need to assign someone to complete his mission.
He will be hard to replace. There aren't many Albs with his skills.
You were right to kill him. The directive only allows one outcome for failure.
Are you saying I was wrong to assign him?
Failure cannot be tolerated. Get this right before their failure becomes yours.
Spoken like a true Elexitor, Jax.
I am no Elexitor. The hybrid has yet to call me for that honor.
It can only be a matter of time before he summons you to him. You bring our father honor. I am honored to be your brother.
Honor the hybrid. Serve the hybrid.
I will not dishonor you. I will ensure this Alb's failure does not reflect on us.
Though you aren't strong enough to face Calyx, you are ready for the next steps you need to take. In terms of our alliance, I will ensure that our soldiers do not cause you any problems unless you show signs of reverting to your old allegiance to Zakor. More than that, I cannot offer you right now. We can trade or offer advice for now, but our forces must remain ready to fight Zakor.
That is as I expected.
You have done well, but you should be cautious in your plans. You are not strong enough to challenge an Elexitor like Calyx, but I can tell you how to get closer to achieving your goal. One of my agents has reported that the rebel Elexitor Zardom is hiding in northeastern Abessa. He has established a hidden base there while the Ice Palace is searching for him. As he too is now sought by the hybrid, perhaps he will help you. You should find him and tell him your purpose. I am sure he can advise you how to take on the Elexitors without fighting your way through an army to do it. Although you will have to decide whether he can be trusted.
An Elexitor would never betray his own.
His loyalty is only to himself. You will see that in time.
Why have you left a former Elexitor alive? If he hasn't joined you, couldn't he be a threat?
I don't know what he is. He was a loyal Elexitor, and yet he has run from Zakor. That is why I sent you. Partly for your own business, but also to learn his intentions.
So I'm the bait.
Zardom is an outcast like you, but we don't know whether he still possesses his ELEX abilities. He has shown no interest in joining us. Perhaps he will talk to you. Maybe you can discover what powers he still has, and how he intends to use them.
And if he kills me, that won't be a great loss for you.
You will benefit from talking to him, and we will know what we have to do, if he should ever stand against us. It's mutually convenient.
Why should Zardom help me?
We suspect Zardom plans to end his exile and return to Zakor to lead the Alps. In his own way, he always was loyal to our people, but he doubts the hybrid. Zardom harks back to the days before the hybrid took over. He believes the Albs will evolve, that they are superior. He fears the hybrid has subverted those causes for his own ends. Put yourself into Zardom's service. Tell him that you want to fight the hybrid together. Your reputation will mean that he has to take notice of you.
What is in the hybrid's mind? Surely the infallible must know of my survival. And yet here I am, living, breathing, in contradiction of the directive. The hybrid's will commands. All ELEX must be given to the hybrid. All loyalty, all duty must be to the hybrid. For the hybrid sees all. So, why has he permitted me to live? Am I still part of his plan? Or did he send me to die at the hands of my brother? Before the crash, I saw everything clearly. The hybrid's will answered everything. Now, I have only one route to answers. I must find Calyx.
Hey, wait! I can feel traces of an ELEX deposit. I want to check it out, to see if I can learn anything from it.
Where is this deposit?
It's up on the high borderlands between Adan and Tavar. It feels like it will be big enough to allow me to learn more. Entering Zakor will be a terrible risk. We'll have to prepare ourselves well.
Very well. Let's find the deposit.
Yeah, follow me. It's on the east border of Adan. It has to go differently this time. I have to learn more. There are only weak traces here. I will need all my concentration not to lose the trail. That means I'll need your help again.
If the traces are weak, maybe we should try somewhere else.
We've come too far not to. But I will need to focus on the ELEX. I'll need you to deal with any combat or I'll lose my contact with the ELEX. I'll follow the traces. You keep an eye out for mutants. Getting close now. The deposit has to be up there somewhere. There's a lot of ELEX up there. I can hear it already. But this much ELEX has gotta have pulled in a lot of mutants. Getting there won't be straightforward. The ELEX is here. Either I'm getting more attuned to the ELEX, or this is the biggest deposit I have ever found. Stand guard for me. I'll see what I can sense.
Did it work?
Wait. I can hardly breathe.
Are you alright?
Give me a moment. Don't you feel anything at all?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I could sense something here, but I don't yet know what it means. I thought it must affect other people on some level at least. Why did this talent pick me?
You just got lucky.
Lucky? I thought I was going crazy. Thank you for coming with me to this place. When you said you'd help me, I wasn't sure about you. But you've been true to your word.
I do what I say.
Yeah. You should know people who keep their word like that are rare. You're strong. Mentally, I mean. I bet you could achieve anything you put your mind to. Maybe you can resist whatever the ELEX is trying to do. Whereas I look at these mutants and I wonder, is that going to be me one day?
Do you still need to find more traces of ELEX?
Yeah, there was something there in the background when I probed that ELEX deposit. I don't know what it is that I felt. Not yet. I know of another place we can try, but it's likely to be pretty dangerous. These big ELEX deposits always are. Just give me a little time. As soon as I can locate it, I'll tell you where we need to go.
can see from that look, Angren sent me, didn't he?
How did you get here from Dad?
Look around you. That should give you a clue. After we left Goliet, we ran into a group of clerics. The guards, the ones Angren said would kill me, decided to pick a fight. They lost. The clerics saw I was a prisoner and gave me a choice. Fight, leave and be free, or come and join them. A choice. An actual, real choice. Not like Angren. And so I'm here. And so, now you found me. And so, what happens now?
Angren wants you dead, but I'll let you live.
You travel half the world and you let me live? How can I trust you?
You'd prefer it if I just killed you?
Now you do sound like you've come from Angren. No, I'll live. Now I finally got a chance to. But if you do go back to Goliet, tell Akira I'm doing alright. And if she can ever tear herself from her plans, she knows where to find me.
I'll make sure she gets your message.
Thanks. You know, I thought Angren would send someone after me. But there's no way I thought that person would leave me alive. It seems not everyone in Goliet is an asshole. If you find Akira, tell her she should give you my old things. I'm not going back there, so you might as well have them. Take them as thanks.
Stormson has joined the clerics.
Then all doubt is gone. He was a traitor. It is as well he was stopped. I hope you warned him what will happen when justice finds him.
I'm not here to serve you.
It is easy to have sympathy for traitors if you haven't watched their friends die as a result of their treachery. This man was made welcome here. He was given tasks suited to who he was. Yet he chose to break the law. Let his fate stand as a lesson before you choose to defy the word of a warlord.
Fucking mutants! They're so desperate for ELEX, they even try eating the mana from the seedlings. All that work, ruined by damn rotboars.
There's mana in the seedlings.
Of course, we feed them with it. But mana is made from ELEX, right? The mutants can feel that. They think if they eat the plants, they'll get the ELEX. But they get mana instead. At least that makes them weaker. Then they're easier to kill off. But only after they've done the damage. That doesn't help me keep the seedlings alive, though. And that's my task. I look after all the seedlings here.
So, your job is to protect these plants from mutants.
Happy. I've got the most important job in Goliet. Hey, maybe even on Magellan. Protecting the seedlings, that's the law. World hearts are to be protected from everyone and everything. Not that these little baby seedlings are world hearts yet. But now Boren's had the mana delivery from Caldrim, we can start cultivating them again, and then, who knows? World hearts, proper world hearts, are rare. But maybe, just maybe, one of these little things will make it to maturity.
And is everything all right out here? There's nothing getting you down?
Just the usual. The mutants, the low success rate in growing world hearts, the occasional bit of grief from the boss, but nothing too bad. You know, nothing worth talking about.
Why are world hearts so rare?
I don't know. I mean, berserkers have been studying them since before I was born. I think they found one out in the wild. I heard they were going to destroy it because it was, you know, a mutant plant. Then they realized this thing was making everything else grow.
They've been learning how to cultivate more world hearts since then, but it's hard. Even since they learned to feed them with mana.
Are you happy working for Cauldron?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not always so easy. Caldrum is pretty strict about how the plants are grown and what you do with them and... Well, how are we gonna learn like that? You think the first cultivators just stood and watched things grow? The first mages just waited for magic? No, they tried things. They experimented.
What do you think of Bourne?
He's a good boss. I enjoy working with him. He cuts me some slack, gives me some time of my own. That gives me a chance to, well, do some experiments sometimes. Just try a few things to see if I can help the seedlings.
Is there a way to stop the mutants from eating the plants?
Yeah, I mean, if we can't grow many world hearts, maybe we should try growing them differently. Maybe we could breed them so that the mutants wouldn't eat them. But we're not allowed to try, which is crazy. I mean, imagine what we could do. And not just to seedlings. If mana does that to a plant, imagine what it could do to a person. If we don't try, we won't progress.
It sounds like you really care about your job.
You know, yes, I do. I want to see the seedlings live. I want to see more world hearts. I just wish that the others could see how I could help them achieve that.
Have you told Cauldron these ideas?
Caldron? He would probably exile me. He's strict about everything that comes down the ages from Amrek. He forgets that Amrek broke the rules. And look where the rules have gotten us recently. Mutants attacking us. Elves rising in power. We have to fight back, and we can't let rules get in the way.
How do you think you can improve the seedling crop?
Me? Well, it couldn't be me. It would need a decision by someone of rank, with permission, of course. But there are lots of things we could try. We could try giving them different doses of mana, planting the seedlings somewhere there is a concentration of ELEX, crossbreeding them. If feeding mana to plants in these doses can make world hearts, what would happen if we got the dose right with people? Any experiment. It's going to take someone to show the way, to blaze the trail, to be the first.
It takes courage to be the first.
Well, I was thinking about mana and seedlings and us, right? The ELEX, the normal ELEX that the Albs are after, that makes them stronger. That's why they're so scary. So I thought, what if we did that with mana? I mean, it's been purified by the plants, so it should be alright, yeah? And if it makes us stronger, like the Albs, then we'd stand more of a chance. We could take them on. So I extracted the juice from a seedling and I drank it. And I felt like I understood everything. Everything.
Don't your laws forbid that?
Yeah, I suppose, but don't you see? If we can get this to work, if we can do this, then we'd all be stronger. You can see that, can't you? I've got to wait to try again, but I'm telling you, one more dose, maybe two, and I'll become something else. Something that can fight the elves.
One more dose?
One more mature seedling, and I could solve this question. I know it. I can show everyone the way. We can win this war. All this can be over. You believe me, right? So, let's keep this between ourselves. You will get more juice. I promise. I should go now. I have to make this work.
About these rarities.
Yes?
I'll get you Eisenfaust's sword.
Your skills, my needs. What a beautiful business we do together. But be careful, yeah? Ragnar's not gonna want to part with that sword willingly.
I'll get it for you.
Then your reward will be waiting for you.
Any more rare items you're interested in?
You've noticed the Mana Shrine, right? Big building in the middle of Goliet?
Yes.
Well, it just so happens that building contains all the ELEX they use to make mana. And mana is magic in whoever's hands hold it. I'm telling you, ELEX can make profits appear out of nowhere. All you have to do is make it disappear from under Caldrum's nose.
I can't get you the ELEX you want.
Why so negative? With your talents and my brains, we can achieve anything.
The ELEX you wanted from the Mana Shrine has already been taken.
Oh, you blink and the magic has gone. Still, no point worrying about that now. On to the next opportunity, huh?
Anything else you're looking for?
Not right now. If anything comes up, I'll let you know.
About the cleric. I can find whoever is preaching here.
You can you? What makes you think you can succeed?
I know who's preaching for the clerics.
Are you certain? I don't want to go making false accusations.
I've met him, spoken to him.
What miserable drones and traitors have I given shelter to that they will let this cleric live? He knows our laws, and the penalty for spreading false religion is death. Carry out that sentence. Kill that cleric.
Engram knows about you.
Then I am a dead man. Though, if you've come to warn me, I'm guessing you might be willing to help me? I need to find a way out of here.
How can I help you escape?
Rika, Ragnar's wife. I'm sure she will help me.
Why would Rika help you?
She sees sense. I've heard her say it many a time, that the free people should be working together. That there's no point in us fighting each other. Look, please, go to Rika, ask her to help me. You'll be saving my life.
Put that technology away!
Hello. If you want to rest, you should find yourself a spot and relax. And if you are hungry, we can surely find you something to eat.
Thank you.
Welcome. I hope you have been shown kindness here. To foreigners, it may seem that we only live in a manner that is in accordance with the law. But we have a place for any wanderers and lost souls who are ready to swear off their old lives. So, wherever you came from, your help is welcome. What's the point in us seeking to rebuild the world if we continue fighting? We need to build one world, together. I hope you can see that.
Bertram needs your help.
Bertram? He's not run up another debt with Orin again, has he?
Engram has discovered that Bertram is a cleric here in Goliet to recruit for Ignadon.
And Bertram wants my help? First you let me down over the weapons, now you come here to ask my help with treason? What made you think I would help you?
Bertram said you would.
He named me? He must be desperate. A caravan set out to transport a seedling. I'm sending more people to help with it. I can arrange for Bertram to go with them. He'll be beyond Angram's reach, and we'll have an escort out of here. Wait here a moment. I've taken care of it. Bertram will be added to the list of guards. They'll leave shortly.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. All life is sacred, but this was a betrayal. By him, and by me.
You should go to the camp in Idan.
Very well.
You'll have to deal with things yourself. I can't help you right now.
About these rarities,
Yes?
I have Eric Eisenthos' sword.
Oh, piece of history, that. You're touching the past there. Listen closely and you can hear it. Sell me, Alric. Charge big, Alric. I'd better move it soon. Ragnar's going to go crazy when he realizes it's gone. Oh well. Pleasure doing business with you.
And the reward?
Is yours, of course. Thank you for returning my family heirloom.
You have created more problems here than you have solved. Far from getting good reports. I have people telling me you should be exiled. You'll have to work hard to clear your name. And until such time as you do, you will be forbidden to trade here.
Is there any way to change your mind about me?
You can talk all you want. It's actions that count. If you really wish to prove your worth, you will need to win the trust of the warlords.
How can I do that?
For their part, you'll have to ask Angram and Cormac. I can only speak for myself.
So how can I gain your trust?
Kill the head of the clerics, the outlaws, and the elves.
Are you serious?
Ha! If only our problems could be solved so easily. But maybe some can. You can pay for the damage you've caused with Elexit.
The people up there will take care of it.
Legate, there is work to do.
That's why I'm here.
Good. It is your responsibility to locate new initiates for our order. Others will follow our example, just as you did.
I will do as Kalan instructs.
Your devotion speaks well of you. You may have to go deep into enemy territory to find suitable candidates. So, make sure you have the right supplies before you leave. Once there, I'd advise you to avoid more densely populated areas. It will be safer, particularly as some of those in the towns have been brainwashed into their cause. Some candidates can be persuaded, but with others, you may need to break their will, or use force to initiate them. I know that may feel wrong, but remember, you are saving them. Once you have persuaded an initiate to join us, an escort will bring them back to the Horde.
Who do you want me to recruit?
We want the brightest and the best. But we'll settle for the available and the willing. I've selected 3 men that our drones have identified. Connor, Ryder, and Galler. The first 2 should be in Tavar, and the 3rd man in Edan. I'll transmit their coordinates to your adjutor.
All you'll find in Zakor is death and misery.
Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy to travel out
How
there.
is the fight going against the Alps?
Badly. We've just lost a lot of good men out there. We only have Judicator Ulrich's war strategy to thank for the fact that Horde hasn't been overrun by our enemies.
Reinhold sent me. He says you have a job for me.
You're the new legate, correct?
Correct.
I could use another man. So let's get right to your job. There's at least 6 of them gone rogue, escaped the Horde, and taken up residence there. Judgment has been passed, and they need to be brought back or executed. Come back when they're dead.
More than 6 renegade heretics?
Yes, there are 10 missing. We're not sure how many are rogue and how many were killed by the heretics when they escaped. Is that all right? Is that too many for you?
No, I can handle it.
Good. Then go and handle it. Dismissed.
Did you flee from the Horde too?
No.
You didn't happen to just come by here, did you? What do you want here?
Why did you flee from the Horde?
Why should I trust you?
If you want me to abandon my orders, you need to start explaining.
Then I have no choice, right? We're not going back. We might not be armed, but we'll defend ourselves against anyone who threatens us. We're not being made slaves again. You're dead meat.
Sure, okay.
The renegade heretics are dead.
Very good. Then report that to Reinhold. Dismissed.
About my duties as a legate. The renegade heretics are dead.
Then Kalan has seen justice done in his name. May all those who would follow their example learn from their fate. No one in the Horde can understand how this has happened, how such treason was fermented without being seen. I will ensure that questions are asked. As I do, you should receive your reward for your service.
We don't like
That's
to see
the
drawn
right
weapons
decision.
around here.
I don't have any time right now.
How did you get here alive? You're not an exile and you don't look like you've come to save me. You're a cleric, aren't you? Maybe it's that clan of yours. Does clan give you protection against the spirits? He must give you protection against outlaws if you've got this far. But what brings you out here? Into the Valley of the Damned?
Why shouldn't I have got here alive? What's so dangerous here?
Didn't you come down here on that lift? Didn't you see all the bodies? All those dead berserkers? The Valley of the Damned. Home of exiles, the condemned, the damned, the lost. You pick which of those you are.
Who are you?
We are all exiles here. We all broke the law in Goliet. And we are the lucky ones. We have a chance here to clear our names. Harvest wood here for a few moons, survive life in the forest, and we are allowed to return.
Why does Goliet get its timber from here?
To give us something to do. I see now that what I did was wrong, and I will do my best to return to my family. And if you have anyone to return to, make sure you keep your head down. That you don't go out at night and then you ignore all the strange noises. That is how you survive here.
I've come here to invite you to Igniton, to become a cleric. The Berserkers sent you out here to die. The clerics offer you salvation.
Are you serious? Become a cleric? Me? No. Technology can only lead to the end of our world. We have to put this planet back to how it was. Not dig more of it up to build machines. No, you've picked the wrong guy. You're not taking me back to Igniton.
This isn't a debate. You will join the clerics.
But...
The clerics are your family. You will join them and start your life again.
You... All right. I am a cleric.
Once there, you begin your training. Just don't give them any trouble. Understand?
Yeah, sure. I understand. Fight that beast!
I'll save you the trouble of looking around. This place has already been picked clean, so don't waste your time here. You'll do better elsewhere.
And what did you find?
A few bits of scrap, a few shards. Nothing worth the time I've spent. I got lucky because someone had stashed their finds over there, so at least I got some reward. Here, take some water. You might as well not go home completely empty-handed. And don't worry, it's clean. Any animal that tries to piss in the well here ends up fried.
Do you have anything to sell?
Sell? No. I'm no good as a trader. I tried it once, but in the end, just brought me trouble. Guys who couldn't pay. Guys who bargained over every last shard. I don't want to deal with that sort of shit.
So there's nothing you want to trade?
Well, if you can get some raw meat, I'll trade you something.
Sure. I'll get you some meat.
Okay. A half-dozen cuts should be enough.
I got the meat you wanted.
And it's still fresh. Great. Here. Some shards from my emergency stash. Sorry about the smell. I keep them in my boots. Still, should keep them safe from thieves.
When are you moving on?
Ah, that can wait. My boots are rubbing. I could use a little break.
The clerics need help.
Help? With what? Supplies? You think with their machines they wouldn't need help from anyone. So, come on. What's their problem? It's obvious you're one of them, so speak up.
I'm here to find suitable recruits to join them. Ignadon needs men as well as machines.
You think I'll help out just like that? I'm going to have to think before I make a decision like that.
What's there to think about?
But then, as my jackal is dead, I suppose there's nothing to keep me here. All right, I'm in.
Wait here and you'll be collected. They'll take you to the Horde and explain everything to you there.
Good. Then I'll just wait. See you in Ignadon, comrade.
Module on this drone is damaged, but it could come in useful.
Keep your eyes open. There's always more damn jackals. I think they know I want every last one of the things dead.
Why are there so many jackals in this area?
Now, you're asking me why I became a hunter. You could say I followed in my old dad's footsteps. Only that dipshit bred jackals. Thought he could tame them, train them. Now I'm trying to undo the damage he did. I spend every spare minute tracking them down. When I'm not trying to get enough meat to live, to sell, and that takes most of my time.
So, you work for the Duke?
People don't work for the Duke. That's the whole point of being outlaws. Not that anyone there is really free. You know where to find the teeth on a jackal? In the fort. You think you know where the knife is, but the next minute you feel it sticking in your back. You're best out here with the jackals rather than in there with the real animals.
The clerics want you to join them. You'd have training, food, a place to live. You should join.
No, I'm not the man for that. Clerics, outlaws, whatever. They're not for me. No, I'm staying here. I'm finishing this job by finishing these jackals. I made that promise to my family.
Think about it. They pay well. You're just about surviving here. You don't want to end up like Scrappy.
Scrappy is like that because he joined a faction and they screwed him over. The clerics will just do that to me.
If you need proof, I can give you some Elexit.
An advance? You mean you'll give me Elexit? Just like that?
As proof of their intention.
Okay. But I'm not saying I'll join. I need to think.
Do you want help hunting these jackals?
Nah. This is something I need to do myself. For my family. And I need to earn a living.
Take the Elexit and swear loyalty to the clerics.
All right. I guess it is time for a change. I'll do it.
Good.
So, what now?
You'll be collected in a few days. A group will take you to the Hort. Okay?
Yeah. I'll be ready.
Good. You won't regret it. About the initiates you want me to find. The initiate Connor should arrive here soon.
I've been told that he's already here, but they're not letting him into the Hort. He's been stopped at the gate. Have you any explanation for that?
No.
Then you'd better go down to the gate and find out what's going on.
Ryder is ready to start his initiation.
He might find that tough as an outlaw, but all components must be forged. He will soon fit the role he is to serve. Good work.
Galler has agreed to join us.
Excellent. I'll be interested to see how this berserker settles into our community.
Why wouldn't you let Connor into the Hort?
Because Connor matches the description of a guy who ambushed one of my merchants. I can't prove it. That's why he's still walking around breathing. But I can't let him in. And if it is him, do we really want someone like that joining the clerics?
So you're refusing Baldur's order?
I'm not refusing anything. The order says we must seek out and welcome new initiates. But you're only an initiate once you're inside the Hort. He's not in the Hort, so he's not an initiate. So I don't have to welcome him. End of story. Get him out of my sight, dead or alive.
What if I vouch for him?
Vouch whatever you like. He's not coming in until the merchant gets paid for the goods that were stolen.
Take this. That should cover the stolen goods.
Well, you are determined to carry out your orders. Who am I to stand in the way of such dutiful action? Connor is free to enter the Hort. Send him in.
I spoke with Xander. It was all a misunderstanding. You can go in.
Are you sure? It looked like he wanted to kill me.
It's all sorted out now. Go in. About the initiates you want me to find. Connor has arrived for initiation.
Good. Very good. Let us hope he proves his potential. Our drone intelligence suggested that he was one to watch. Well, that's the last of the initiates we'd identified. You have done the Hort a great service. Our ranks must be filled, and you have helped to bring new initiates to our cause. You have the thanks of the Hort. Don't forget to report to Reinhold.
About my duties as a legate. I located the initiates.
Yes, and you brought all of them here safely. A very satisfactory conclusion. It speaks well of you that you wish to act in Kalan's name. We will promote you to the rank of Paladin. for a small donation.
Hey, I think I have something.
More traces of ELEX?
Yeah, but the deposit is close to an owl position in Zakor. We should make sure we're properly equipped before we go looking for ELEX there.